and we're joined by two great players from Edna Karr. The Cougars, to your right, Andre Anthony, defensive end, outside linebacker, and to your left, quarterback Aldon Clark. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here today with us on PRI.
Thank you for having us.
First of all, congratulations on a great season, guys. Andre, I'm going to start with you. It is a recruiting show. Process is over for you. LSU Tigers. Why LSU, and what other schools did you consider besides the Tigers?
I mean, LSU is a great school, talking with a lot of the coaches, like Coach Les Miles, Coach Ed Ogeron, and Frank Wilson. They are definitely, all three of them were a big part of my recruiting, and I just felt like it was home when I first went up there, and they treated me well.
Now, you said something real quick comment. Frank Wilson left. Did that shake your confidence at all? Or how
it did, because like I said, he was a big part of my recruiting, but I know Coach O, he's my position coach, so that's the one who I'll be with most of the time at practice, but I feel still confident in LSU.
Aldon, you had a great season, man. 38 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, just under 4,000 yards. You air it out, you got a good arm, make other throws. You watching these guys last year and this year as a junior with the recruiting process. What schools are you considering right now? Are you going to make any visits? Or what are some of the schools that have contacted you?
Well, I would say I'm blessed to receive my first offer from Memphis.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been looking into Memphis a lot ever since they've been talking to me. And, you know, that's really like the only school that's been like, you know, really contacted.
Are you going to go to signing day your senior year, or are you going to get it out the way early?
Well, I'm really not focused on that right now, but, you know, I'm really getting, you know, prepared for my next season and, you know, working hard in this summer.
Okay.
And that'll come along the way, so.
Okay.
And Andre, you've played both defensive end and outside linebacker. What has the Tigers told you about what your future position is going to be?
They definitely, talking to Coach Dave Aranda, he definitely liked me at defensive end, standing up sometimes and maybe in a three-point.
Because they do a lot of different things, Coach Aranda. I've had a chance to study some of his stuff going back 3 years ago. And they expect their defensive linemen, defensive ends to be really versatile. That sounds like it's right up your alley.
Right. He talking to him this weekend over the official, he definitely loves me. He showed me some of the plays that we're going to be doing, the scheme that we're going to be running, and he's definitely a mastermind behind that defense.
And as the good student that you are, you're going to have to learn really fast the pretty multiple defense.
Right, I'm ready.
You sound like it. That's excellent. And Aldon, as a quarterback, who's maybe perhaps you patterned your game after, or do you have a particular player that you like, that you'd like to live up to?
Well, my favorite quarterback, Cam Newton, and you know, he kind of remind me of myself. You know, I kind of got the number one like because of that, and yeah, so I really look up to him.
Yeah, you just have to put on about 4 inches and maybe 60 pounds.
Yeah.
Coach, you better bulk him up. But his versatility, once again, as a dual threat quarterback is what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're 6'3", Aldon, is that correct?
Yes.
You got a good over-the-top delivery, can make all the throws, very athletic, you're not afraid to tuck it and run. How do you describe your skill set? If Rick and I are recruiters, how would you describe to us, what do you feel like is your strengths as a quarterback?
Well, I believe that I make a lot of good decisions, you know, and I believe that my strength is throwing the ball deep and, you know, having to tuck and run when I have to, and just really, you know, leading my team to a victory. That's the most important. So,
Andre, you talked a second ago about how smart you have to be to play in that defense. You're a 3.5 guy. First, have you decided what are you going to major in, and why is grade so important to you?
I decided to actually major in probably sports management, business entrepreneurship, because I feel like that's something I want to own my own business. I kind of don't want to work under somebody. I want to own my own. That's my name, and I want to kind of brand my own business.
Okay, and grades are important to you. That's something you've always taken serious?
Oh yeah, definitely. Grades are the first thing first, and then football after.
Okay.
And every year you have to find a way to do what you do better, work on your weaknesses, but do what you do better. Andre, you first, as you're looking forward to spring and summer and the growth and improvement you can make during that time. Talk about some of the areas you're going to have to improve in before you enroll at LSU.
Definitely my strength, my speed. I know I'm fast, but I can be a little bit faster. I can get a little bit stronger, and mentally too. Also, you know, knowing the playbook, knowing what I have to do, and also just working out, staying conditioned I need to be to prepare for summer.
Bigger, faster, stronger, that's all.
Right.
And Aldon, same thing. for you? What are you going to have to work on with spring? You've got another spring practice with the Cougars before next season, but what specifically are you going to work on in this spring and this summer to get ready for 2016?
Well, of course, making better decisions than what I made last year, and you know, making my release way quicker than it was last year, and you know, working on my speed to be a more dual threat quarterback. So.
You're losing some guys off this offense. 2016, you're bringing a lot of talent back. Why could this Cougar team get back to the Dome?
Because of what Coach Bryce Brown said, you know, we finish. You know, we never give up, we never stop playing. You know, we always keep playing until the clock says 0. And, you know, you can always come back, you know, no matter what the score is, no matter what the time says, you know, like you can always come back. So.
Andre, you transferred into the school, put up 19 sacks, 20 tackles for loss, great off the edge. Is that something that comes naturally? You got a great first step. Is that something that comes naturally to you, or that's something you worked on?
It was something definitely I had to work on. I worked out day in and day out at practice, after practice, some days coming early. It was all work. You got to work.
And you're going to run to 100 and 200 in the spring, which is going to help your speed.
Right, exactly.
And we already asked Aldon this. We're going to ask you, do you have a favorite team, perhaps, or a favorite player that you looked at growing up?
J.J. Watts, and college-wise, Jadeveon Clowney, which he is in the NFL right now. But those are two big people I definitely looked up to. Lots
of energy, guys, especially
right.
J.J.
Exactly.
Watt. You have to have that high motor,
right.
And that's what all great players have. And Aldon, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, you got an entrepreneur next to you. He could be his own agent maybe when he's finished at LSU. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, going into college, I want to major in kinesiology, and you know, hopefully, you know, be a coach and you know, be able to give back of what I learned. So.
Oh, that's outstanding, because that's something that is great when you can give back and you have such good people that come back and thank you for the job that you did with them. That is Andre Anthony and Aldon Clark, two terrific Edna Karr Cougars. Look in the camera. Don't give them your game face. Give them your happy face. Look, there you are right there. That's it. Look happy. Finding out why Coach Bryce Brown was the Coach of the Year. We got 2 more players coming up after this timeout. This is Prep Recruiting Insider here at NOLA Motorsports Park. We will be right back after